Hey everyone, welcome to another Vanilla Tech tutorial. For this one I am going to be answering a question on the Minecraft forums. I cannot say his name, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I can read what his question was. This is what he wants to do. I want to make a door that will open after 10 Minecraft days, and I would like to be able to close it immediately after instead of it being open for the same length. I don't have access to command blocks or anything, just in-game stuff. Would something like this be, and then he links to something that he thinks might work. This is my solution right here. Pretty simple, pretty compact. As you can see, let me jump and grab a button. This door is permanently locked. You can't get in from the outside. Here's your daylight sensor. Now that's how you count your 10 days. This can be moved anywhere. In fact, for this demonstration, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, I just replaced that daylight sensor with a button here. I am going to count that button as a day, so every button click will count as one full day. Now it doesn't start counting days until you flick this lever up. Now it starts counting days, so let me show you. Here's 1 day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and day 10. See the door opens. Now I built it so that the door will remain open until you close it manually. So you can go through however many days and it will stay open. I kind of assumed that he wanted it like that. The way that he resets it is he comes back, flicks this lever, wait until it closes, and then just flicks it back up to start the day counter again. So let me show you again. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let me build it for you. My next one's going to be a little bit different than this, probably, because this was the one where I was figuring stuff out. But to start, you build this little timer circuit right here. And this can be, put anywhere. In your base, anything like I have hidden under the ground right here. The first thing you'll want to do is build a little counter. This counter, I use hoppers, so place 2 blocks, then 2 torches, and then place 2 hoppers pointing into each other. Now on these hoppers, on one of them you want to place one more than however many days you want to count. So you want 10 days, you put 11 wool, or 11 items. Make sure they're stackable items. Okay, next you'll want to place 2 comparators going into those blocks and 2 blocks behind those with 2 hoppers pointing into each other again. Now one of these hoppers takes 1 item and that's it, and you'll notice that item is just going to toggle back and forth right now. Next you'll place 2 blocks on top of those hoppers and put a comparator going from the first hoppers into those blocks, and that stops the toggle. Now this is just a basic counter. That's all this is doing. It just goes back and forth and back and forth. Okay? The next thing you're going to want to do is limit how fast that counter can count. So to do that, you place a block next to and above that hopper. Place a redstone torch above it and a wire. So that freezes the counter. Next, you need to create a pulse limiter that will turn off that wire for 1 tick. And to do that, come out of this block with a comparator, and then build a little platform like this, and into the side of that comparator put a repeater on a 1 tick delay, and then turn that comparator onto subtraction mode. Then bring that around, wire all the way around like that. Now that's your pulse limiter. So now when the sun comes on and stays on, if you notice over here, there's only a 1 tick delay. So we had let me reset it and I'll show you. We've lost some as we've been building. So we have 11. The sun comes up And now we have 10. Now watch how short that tick is over there. See? And it's just long enough to let it move 1. Now we have 9. Okay? So that is that basic circuit. Next, you want to come off of this torch right here. And this you want to go power, you want to go power your door. And you want, if I remember right, yes, okay. So when you go power your door, you want to put one more torch into it. So we'll just do it right here. That works. So you come off of that torch into a block, another torch with a block above it, and that is where your door will be. Now let me show you how you lock it if you don't already know. So say that's where our door is going to be. Let's grab a door. Now you put the door on and throw a button. Now this block is powered right here, so that door will be set in the open mode. Now you see how it's open? So if you take and you put the door sideways, now when it's open, it will actually be closed. So now someone can't come up with a button and power it. Okay, so now the door is set, and I'm not gonna close until you hit it. Now, okay, now that's basically what you need for your day counter. Now this will keep it closed and open for 10 days each, or 11 days each actually right now. So you need to add a little more. What you need to add is the reset circuit. So to do the reset circuit, you come in, and right next to that hopper you need a torch underneath this block. So put a block right there next to that comparator and put a torch right there. Okay, so now you run wire from that block there. You want to point directly into that block to wherever you want your lever to be. Now this lever, you're going to want one torch to invert the signal. So go something like this. I'll throw a torch, say right there, and to make it look nice I'll go like this. The lever will be right here, and we'll put some half slab. We'll need a half slab right there. I do the half slab so that this torch won't create a burnout loop right there. But anyways, make it look nice however you want here. That's basically it, except you need the lock so that when the 10 days count and the door opens, it doesn't keep counting. The way to do that is pull off of this line right there, that torch that opens the door. You pull off of that, come over, and make sure you place a repeater going from that torch into this count circuit. Okay, and that's your circuit. So what you want to do to set it first, after you've built everything, come back in here and make sure that all 11 items are in this hopper right there. Okay? Then you come in and flip this up, and what happens, you'll see, is now 10 items are there and 1 item is there. Now it will count, and let me show you. Every time it counts, it loses 1 item. So you go through your 10 days. So the way that this lock works is when you hit your 10th day and the door opens, like this, this is powered, which means this is powered. So now there won't be a low. This will never go low, so it doesn't recognize when the sun rises again. Okay, and so what happens is all the items are left in this hopper and the door is open. Now when you flick this, I'll jump down and I'll show you what happens. So you flick this, it unpowers those so the hoppers are unlocked, but that torch locks this one. So all the items come back into this hopper. When they're all back in this hopper, it resets the counter state and closes the door. Now it won't count. If you hit a day here, you don't get a flicker on that. And that's because this torch is powering this block, so it doesn't see that pulse. It just sees it constant on. And that's why you flick this to start counting your 10 days. So that's the design. I hope it answered your question. You can play with it, move stuff around, kind of tweak it how you want. And if you want to change it to 15 days, you just put 16 items in this hopper. So pretty slick to change, and that's it. So if you like the design, please send me a like, and happy building.